We might not hear the Champions League anthem here tonight, but any European night at Anfield is that little bit special. After victory on the road on Matchday 1 in the Europa League, the Reds are back on home soil, looking to take control of Group E. It is Liverpool versus Belgian side Union Saint-Gilloise this evening, and kick-off is at 8 p.m. And joining me in our Anfield studio are Jay Spearing and Charlie Adam, two former teammates reunited. We'll get to the game in a minute, but first, let's just turn the clock back. Your first memories of meeting, it was not on the same side, on opposite sides.
It was for me, Liverpool Rangers pre-season. Went in, came on second half, and the last thing I would probably remember is Charlie's boot in the head, which was a nice memory for me to meet. But yeah, listen, it was an unbelievable day to go and play obviously at Ibrox, and to start for the club and a young 19-year-old boy playing there. It was a great occasion which ended not too well.
Yeah, and Jay, from your point of view, when you came here, you were able to take his number and get the 26 on your back as you wanted.
Yeah, that was one of the first meetings that they asked the privilege of taking numbers 26, because it obviously means a lot to me in terms of my career, and as the nicer person he is, he kindly gave me it, and Andy's obviously carried the 26 jersey a little bit better than I did, but it's it was obviously always got on really well, and kept in touch as we went to different clubs, and always nice to come back and see familiar faces.
Yeah, not all players would have relinquished a shirt number as well, so good on you. To return to European football then, both have experience of playing European competition. Your senior home debut, your first home game as a Liverpool player, was quite a special one. Only Real Madrid.
Yeah, only Real Madrid. Gladly I grew a beard now and look very fresh face. And listen, it was an unbelievable moment for me and for the family. It came out of nowhere. I knew I was in the squad, but leading into the game, I had no idea that I was going to get on the pitch, and just being involved in the squad was good enough for me. But to get 20 minutes and come on from a hero, Steven Gerrard, it was a special occasion, and I'll always remember the pull from Rafa telling me to come along the side and get ready, and the nerves kind of kicked in then, but the words from him was just go out and enjoy yourself and have fun, and that was literally what I tried to do for 20 minutes, and then a couple of minutes in later on, plenty of touches of the ball. But I always remember my dad said to me, whenever you can, when you get on, son, go and get the ball as quick as you can. And the first thing I did was run to Pepe and just say, listen, give me a touch of the ball quick, I need to calm the nerves. And listen, it was a special moment, and one I'll never forget.
First home game, a 4-0 win against Real Madrid, that is decent. In terms of as a player, you had a little taste of Europa League or UEFA Cup in your last season, but prior to that you'd obviously had,
last game was Hearts was for Liverpool was in this competition, wasn't it?
Yeah, but obviously you had other European experience, Champions League with Rangers. How much did you find it helped you as a player to elevate your game?
I think when you're playing European competitions, it's the elite level. I was fortunate enough to play in the Champions League, and special nights at a stadium like this was amazing. I unfortunately never managed to do it, but obviously playing at Rangers in the Champions League were special. It was, the atmosphere just seemed a little bit different from a normal league game, and over the years, the club has been unbelievable record in the Champions League, but this year it's Europa League, and it'll be a competition that you're going to want to win, and there's a lot of pride in winning this Europa League because there's a lot of good teams, and I don't think he'll take it lightly, as we've seen tonight with the team.
Yeah, we'll get to the team in just a second. First, we should just touch on the fact that the build-up to this game has been overshadowed a bit by everything that happened against Spurs at the weekend. It's done now. The frustration is there. If you're one of the players tonight, are you using it as a motivation, that injustice, that we should have had a goal, we didn't get a goal?
I think so, yeah. And for me, when it all happened the weekend, I believed that the squad come together better than ever, with the fans as well. The fans, the volume went up, the players rallied around each other more. You could see that from the bench as well. The players are ready, and I think the boss came off at the end of the game saying that it was probably one of the proudest moments he's had as a Liverpool manager, and they'll take that drive into tonight's game, looking forward to get back on the field and take the 3 points in the group stage of the Europa League, which is a massive competition, which Charlie's touched on.
Yeah. It's also kind of got lost with all the kind of fallout from it. Such a good performance. To lose one man, then a second man, and to hold out for as long as they did, to compete as well for as long as they did, especially with 10 men. Brilliant performance.
Well, we've spoken over the last couple of weeks in terms of on Liverpool TV that there seems to be a spirit in this group that maybe, I'm not saying it wasn't there last year, but also results depend. I think the new players coming in have made a big difference. The quality of players, the performances have been great. You know, the Premier League, it's been brilliant so far. Unfortunately, at the weekend at Liverpool were on the end of a bad decision, but you know, that's a few hours ago. They'll dust themselves down, go again, and ready to win tonight. And if they can do that, which we'd expect, then it sets them up nicely for a tough away game on Saturday at the weekend before the international break.
Yeah, definitely signs that this group are pulling themselves together and having that belief and fight again and that focus, and they will recover from that disappointment at the weekend, no doubt. Okay, that's enough about what happened at Spurs and the weekend. Let's return our attention back to tonight and get the starting 11 for Liverpool for the Europa League Matchday 2 clash. Becky has got the details. She's pitched that.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mark. As you say, after a week where much of the talk has, of course, been on matters off the pitch, Liverpool will want to do their talking back on it here tonight. A win this evening would see them set up very nicely, wouldn't it, at the top of Group E, and well on track, you would think, for a first-place finish. The omens, if you're into that kind of thing, are good. 7 times we've faced off against Belgian opponents here at Anfield, and the Reds have won all 7 of them. The last of those, if you remember, being against Genk almost 4 years ago today, back in November 2019. Now, as expected, it is a much changed lineup with Jürgen Klopp, no doubt, having one eye on Brighton, another tough-looking away trip at the weekend. It is 9 changes from Tottenham, and there is a start for Mohamed Salah tonight. This is the Liverpool starting 11 that takes on Union SG this evening. Alisson is in goal. He is the other player who retains his place from the weekend due to an unfortunate injury suffered by Kevin Kelleher in training this week. Trent Alexander-Arnold returns at right back, his first start in over a month now with a hamstring injury. It's a central defensive partnership of Ibu Konate and Jarell Kwanzaa, and Kostas Tsimikas is at left back with Andy Robertson an option from the bench tonight. It's a midfield of Wataru Endo, Ryan Gravenberch and Harvey Elliott this evening. Then up front, Mohamed Salah making his 150th appearance for Liverpool at Anfield tonight, and he's got 103 goals in those games, Mo Salah. Alongside him, Darwin Nunez, 5 goals from 9 European appearances for Darwin, and Diogo Jota completes that front 3 trio. Plenty of options on the bench for the boss if needed tonight, the likes of Luis Diaz, Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister, Ben Doak and Luke Chambers too, all named as substitutes. Tash Dowie has joined me to give us her thoughts on that Liverpool team. Maybe a slight surprise that Mo Salah starts. He obviously fancies getting himself a few goals maybe against Union SG, and great to see Trent back as well.
Yeah, it's great firstly to see Trent back. I think that's going to be really important with the way that Liverpool like to play. And you know Mo, he's scored 5 goals coming off the bench 5 times, but he loves to play. He's one of those players that wants to be involved in everything, and it's great to see him on the pitch tonight. And I'm sure the Union SG team actually would love to play against him as well deep down.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been a difficult week, hasn't it? And a week when there's been a lot of talk, as we say, off the pitch. I know Trent said in the press conference yesterday that they want to move on now and focus on this game. And that's the best way to do your talking, isn't it, with your football?
Absolutely, yes. It has been heavily spoken about with the VAR decision, but I know as a player that when something like that goes against you, you want to put it right. You just want to forget about it, move on to the next game, and you want to win. So I think you're going to see an angry Liverpool team today, which is quite a scary prospect.
Yeah, absolutely. And finally, I mean, it might not be Barcelona and we might not hear the Champions League music tonight, but still the first European game under the lights here at Anfield this evening. There's always a special feeling, and there is that buzz starting to grow in the ground now.
Yeah, every night at Anfield is special, and it's really nice. I have to tell this story. I was at a lunch today with some of the Union SG board members, and they are so excited about today's game.
She's moving in posh circles now she's retired, aren't you?
Yeah, I felt a little bit out of place, but honestly, they said tonight is just magical for them. I'm more excited for them as well. What a story.
Oh, absolutely. Well, listen, as we say, the boss says he wants the team to now move on from what happened at Spurs at the weekend, and he wants them to do it in a positive way by bouncing back to winning ways this evening.
Defeat is only a real defeat if you don't learn. Then we can take a lot out of it, but we will see how to use that. So that's it. But again, we had a good spirit before that. I didn't need any kind of proof, but it's how it is in football. You need to prove yourself all the time, and that's what we did. Again, it was really good, really, really special. as well, because we face a team who's flying in the league, is obviously top of the table and is doing really, really well. Again, after losing key players, doing well again, unbeaten in Europe for a long time, out away for a long time. So super special, and what they are doing there, and we have to be ready.
We wondered how strong the manager would go for tonight as he balances the workload of Europe and domestic football, and looking at that starting 11, perhaps stronger than we imagined he would do.
Yeah, but I see it as a positive that if you can get these games won early, it gives you a chance to rest players later in when the Christmas period or after the New Year. It really helps the group then. But if you've got players that want to play, ready and available, obviously international break next week as well. So last little push for these lads, Jota, Nunez, Salah, obviously the big names that are playing. But Trent coming back and is a big bonus for the team. He's been out for a month with a hamstring, so him coming back in, we'll get him game time. And hopefully be ready for the weekend, and then see where it takes him when he comes back for internationals as well.
Yeah, Trent named to the England squad by Gareth Southgate today. Again, I think listed as a midfield player. In terms of young players, the only one is Jarell Quansah. I just wonder what his emergence within the first team group has done for the guys at the academy level. Obviously you're down there, you're about it. How much does it benefit the guys to see him getting an opportunity and doing well when he does?
Not just him, but I think everybody that gets an opportunity. The boss has shown over many years now that he's happy to give the boys an opportunity if it's deserved, and Jarell's bided his time. He's been in a 21 squad for probably 2 or 3 years. He's experienced it. He's bided his time, and he's gone on loan to Bristol Rovers, had a great 6 months with them. He's learned the game, and I always remember him coming back and saying that his first challenge was Sam Vokes, and he said within that first 90 minutes he'd learnt more in that game than he had done in all of the under-23 level. So that loan has done him massively well, and he's come back, and for me he's hit the ground running. He's had a solid pre-season with the first team as well, gone away with them, played, got minutes in that, but he's a big boy, he's strong. Is first and foremost he wants to defend, and he's took his chance with both hands, and it's another great opportunity for him tonight to showcase what he's about.
We often see sometimes in these games, a manager makes wholesale change, but you loads of youngsters in together, it becomes more challenging. It's easier when perhaps you're just the only one and the rest of the back four are seasoned players. He will learn from playing alongside Trent, Kanate and
that's why he's probably made that to put him in beside Kanate. Experienced international player, got good experience in terms of being at this football club, and he's a leader, can organise him, and when he played against Wolves, the game at London, he never looked out of place, and that was an added bonus. So tonight he'll be looking to try and establish yourself within the squad still and learn. It's a great experience, European night as well, but ultimately down the line he's got to try and force his way to be a regular starter. It's very difficult at a club like this, and you've got a world-class centre back in Virgil van Dijk there, so you've just got to go and learn and take experience. When your game time come, you show the manager that he can trust you, and then you hopefully that develops over the seasons that you're here.
Another player who's really caught the eye so far this season is Darwin Nunez. A chance for him again tonight, and to add to his growing confidence, his growing goal collection as well, because he looks like he can be a huge threat this season.
He's been an unbelievable threat this season off the bench. He's bided his time, and every opportunity that he's got, he's took with both hands. And looking obviously the VT now, seeing his goals against Newcastle, which changed the game for Liverpool, and he's one that probably on maybe Saturday or Sunday he's probably looking for minutes now this evening to get fit ready for that. He's always calm. I think from last year last year was a massive learning curve for him. He's come back this season, he's looked fresh, he's looked a threat, he's got pace that can run in behind, and he brings a different type of player to our front line. We've got lots of players that want to come down and get on the ball and play and combine, but he's one that wants to run in behind and cause trouble, and he opens up the gaps massively for the midfielders to go and find the pockets.
Yeah, he makes things happen, doesn't he? That's the best way to describe what he does. He just brings something when he comes on.
Yeah, ultimately what I like about him is if the team's not playing well, he still gives that energy, and he forces errors in teams, and he can build confidence from that. He gets you up the pitch, like Jay said. He's not a Gakpo who wants to come and really link the play play and playing as a false 9 or a 9. He wants to run behind, he wants to stretch pitch, allow the players to get in the pockets, and ultimately he's been brilliant this season. That little 6-month period has helped him a lot, and as a striker, you know, he's scoring goals regularly. You want to keep playing, and Jürgen's throwing him in again tonight to trust him to try and get a few goals.
Yeah, I'm sure the Belgian lads looked at that team sheet and thought, crikey. Okay, plenty more build up to come on Matchday Live. We will bring you extended coverage of this evening's game and the build on our official club channels. We'll have live audio commentary of all the action on LFC TV and LFC TV Go. After the game, the Matchday reaction is back with you from 10, with actually include analysis and interviews from the dressing room. Then at midnight, the game will be available to watch in full on TV and on Go. And do look out for Inside Anfield on Facebook and YouTube on Saturday, with all the best unseen footage from in and around the ground tonight. Yeah, for those of you watching us on social media, we're about to leave you, but you can carry on watching our Matchday Live build-up. You can visit liverpoolfc.com/watch for details of how to sign up to become a subscriber. European football is back at Anfield once again, and still to come over the next 45 minutes or so. We'll be hearing from Jürgen Klopp, Trent, and the McAllister brothers. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.